Tristan Sinclair is joining us, just stopped by, but Calandria, being a little undersized, might want to develop that body a little bit. For the first time, despite the fact that 99.9 The Fan has been covering the ACC for years and years and years and years, for the first time we welcome a Stanford ACC football player, Tristan Sinclair, grad student linebacker, to the show. Thanks for joining us, first of all.
How's it going? Thanks for having me. Doing
well. First question, when Stanford, when the debate was going on and the votes were going on, is the ACC going to admit Stanford? Is the ACC going to admit Cal? Everyone was really complaining about the travel, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't do it. You can't make this. You just did the travel that you could do for one of your away games. Was it that bad?
No. It was an easy flight over here. Yeah.
It was
no problems, and it'll be even easier with your own plane and stuff, chartered and everything. So
Stanford sent you commercial out here.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, we got to talk to those boosters. We got to get the NIL collectives on here. But how does the East Coast feel? How does this feel for your first ACC event?
It's cool being here. It's definitely cool. It's definitely different, seeing all the logos and looking around and seeing ACC everywhere. It's definitely different, but it's exciting. Yeah.
Are you frozen out? Like, are the other guys interacting with you at all, or do you feel like you're the new kid in school and no one wants to sit with you at lunch?
Honestly, I haven't seen them. Everyone's kind of running around, so I haven't talked to any of the other guys really. I saw the Cal guys up there a little bit, I said hi to them.
You know them.
Yeah, I know them. We're familiar with them.
Tristan Sinclair, grad student linebacker. Let's do that, right? Because we're trying to get to know the newbies, right?
Mm-hmm.
As somebody that's faced off against Cal, and that game is obviously important. What is the ACC getting in Cal? Make you describe your rival as a program coming in.
Sure. I mean, Cal is like a legendary program to me. I guess growing in the Bay Area, I used to go to Cal games. My grandparents had season tickets, so I'd go to Cal games, Stanford games all the time. And they got tradition there. They got lots of tradition. They got lots of historic players, Aaron Rodgers and
ACC legend Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
We're claiming all of them, by the way.
Claiming all of them, sure. Yeah.
Andrew Luck, Christian McCaffrey, they're ACC legends now.
Might as well. But they're a great program. It's been fun getting to play them every year. Obviously, we don't like those guys, but it's fun competing against them. It's the rivalry at the end of the day.
Tristan Sinclair, grad student linebacker for Stanford, joining us here on The Drive. I looked up the schedules. First of all, you've been in college a nice chunk of time here. This is year 6.
Yeah, year 6.
In your 5 years, other than Notre Dame, who it's like 50%. We don't really count him. You've never played an ACC team? I believe that's correct. So,
I think so.
What is the reputation, right? Because you think of Big Ten basketball, they're they got 7-footers. You think of SEC basketball, they're up and down the court. What is your kind of preconceived stereotype of what ACC football is before you get into the meat of your schedule?
Yeah, I think that that's a great question. I think that I've always thought of ACC as speed, but also physical up front, especially watching the D linemen. They always have big, freaky D linemen. I think at Clemson, those guys are always huge. And those are some of the few things that I think about. But obviously, you get the Florida guys, you get the speed. That's what everyone's talking about. But it'll be fun. It'll be different.
Now, I brought up 6th year of college football. In the era of the portal, was there ever a temptation to say all right, let me go try it? Did your eyes ever wander to other parts of the country or maybe even the ACC?
Yeah, so I graduated right after my senior season. So I was done that fall, and I was trying to figure out. I was in a master's program at Stanford, and I was kind of just waiting until they hired a coach, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, if I wanted to stay or leave or whatever. And, I talked to my family about it, and I talked to people in the program, and they said, hey, look, just wait. Give Bernard Muir time to hire a coach and for that coach to bring in a staff.
He was my athletic director at Delaware, too.
Oh, no way.
Bernard's
That's incredible. Small world, yeah. So, that was kind of the advice I got from family and friends, and that's what I did. I decided to wait. They hired Coach Taylor, decided to wait, talked to him, and I kind of waited. As they were trying to figure out a defensive staff, so I could talk to them as well. And then eventually, waiting, and I was like, you know what? I'm not leaving. This is my home. This is where I want to be. I love Stanford. It's been my dream all along to be here. So why would I leave? And I decided to come back.
So you bring up that you were in the master's program,
mm-hmm.
and in prepping for this interview, I stumbled upon your LinkedIn. You got the intern at Reseed Partners. You got software engineer intern, data science intern. How real is kind of, speaking of stereotypes, the stereotypes of Stanford? Are you guys creating apps and new businesses? Like, is the next Google going to be developed by like the defensive linemen in the locker room? Like, is this that real?
I think there's definitely some truth to that.
Yeah?
I think the thing that people get messed up though is that they look at us and say that like, football is like a second option or football is this or that to them. And like that is the thing that people get wrong.
We got like a $1 billion valuation on my side hustle. Maybe football does take a little bit of a backseat. No?
Yeah, sure. But I think that, like Stanford guys love football. Like we're here to play football, and that's like what people get mixed up. And yeah, guys leave and are extremely successful. Like our alumni base is insane. Like there's, millionaires, billionaires, whatever, that we go work for during the summer. That's like our internship programs. But I mean, honestly, you talk to those guys too. It's like we're all about football first, and then that's a great thing is that we have that waiting for us. Once the day's done, when you can't play anymore.
Speaking of kind of moving on, we can talk honestly about some of your old Pac-12 rivals now, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Colorado, Deion Sanders. You guys got the best of them with the crazy comeback. They aren't all that scary, are they? Like all that hype and everything that took over the world. That wasn't that much, was it?
That's how it is. Like, that's Deion Sanders. Like he's the man and he deserves that hype. Like he's the GOAT corner. And obviously he's been running that program and took over and brought in all those guys and stuff. And I guess they had a reason to have the hype. Like, Travis Hunter, like great player and a bunch of great players. So I think that they deserve some hype and it's good for the game. It's fun to have like go in and have that like, us versus them. And I think it's really exciting. And I think that's what college football is all about, like the hype and the stories and the craziness. So it's fun being a part of it all.
Tristan, welcome to the ACC.
Thank you so much.
If you love football as much as you thought, or as much as you told us, then you'll fit right in.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate you for taking the time, and good luck this season.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.